Gloucester at the time. He is just rejoicing over his victory at the Battle of the Roses, which was between the Lancasters and the Yorks, two warring factions in England. Richard III is a York. And so in the beginning he is rejoicing over that, but then he quickly turns into a more sinister tone, decanting over his deformity, and then eventually begins to tell about his plots to overthrow the king. So without further ado, here is the soliloquy.
All right.
Now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by this son of York, and all the clouds that lured over upon our house in the deep bosom of the ocean buried. Now are our brows bound with victorious wreaths, our bruised arms hung up for monuments, our stern alarms changed to merry meetings, our dreadful marches to delightful measures. Grim-visaged war hath smoothed his wrinkled front, and now, instead of mounting barded steeds to fright the souls of fearful adversaries, he capers nimbly in a lady's chamber, to the lascivious pleasing of a lute. But I, that am not shaped for sportive tricks, nor made to court an amorous looking glass, I that am rudely stamped, and want love's majesty to strut before a wanton ambling nymph, I that am curtailed of this fair proportion, cheated of feature by dissembling nature, deformed, unfinished, sent before my time into this breathing world scarce half made up, and that so lamely and unfashionable that dogs bark at me as I halt by them. Why I, in this weak, piping time of peace, have no delight to pass away the time unless to spy my shadow in the sun and decant on mine own deformities. And therefore, since I cannot prove a lover and entertain these fair, well-spoken days, I am determined to prove a villain and hate the idle pleasures of the days. Plots have I laid, inductions dangerous, by drunken prophecies, libels and dreams, to set my brother Clarence and the king in deadly hate, one against the other. And if King Edward be as true and just as I am subtle, false, and treacherous, then this day should Clarence closely be mewed up about